The Great Smoky Mountains National Park is one of the most beloved natural treasures in the United States, attracting millions of visitors every year. Nestled along the border of Tennessee and North Carolina, the park is renowned for its misty ridges, rich biodiversity, and well-preserved cultural history. Among its many popular destinations, Cades Cove stands out as a crown jewel, a broad, fertile valley surrounded by the rolling peaks of the Smokies, offering both stunning scenery and a tangible connection to the region's early settler past. For most visitors, the journey to Cades Cove begins in the nearby town of Gatlinburg, Tennessee, the bustling gateway to the national park. The drive from Gatlinburg to Cades Cove is not just a means of travel, it is an integral part of the experience. This route, winding through forests, streams, and mountain passes, offers an immersive journey into the very heart of the Smokies. The starting point of this trip, Gatlinburg, is a vibrant and bustling town known for its tourist attractions, eclectic shops, and rustic charm. Situated at the northern entrance of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, Gatlinburg serves as a hub for millions of travelers eager to immerse themselves in nature. The streets are often crowded with visitors browsing candy shops, glass-blowing studios, and pancake houses, all set against the dramatic backdrop of the Smoky Mountains. Leaving Gatlinburg behind, however, feels like crossing a threshold from civilization into wilderness. Almost immediately upon entering the park, the energy shifts. The road transforms into a winding, tree-lined passage, where dense forests envelop the traveler on both sides. This transition highlights the dual nature of the area. Gatlinburg offers the comforts and entertainment of a mountain town, while the park offers the serene and timeless beauty of unspoiled nature. The drive from Gatlinburg to Cades Cove is approximately 27 miles, but the journey is less about distance and more about the unfolding scenery along the way. The route primarily follows the Little River Road, which is itself a marvel of engineering and natural beauty. As the road meanders alongside the west prong of the Little River, travelers are treated to the sight and sound of rushing water, cascading over boulders and forming sparkling rapids. This portion of the drive is particularly striking in the spring, when wildflowers line the roadside, filling the air with color and fragrance. In autumn, the same road is ablaze with fiery reds, oranges, and yellows, as the trees of the Smokies put on one of the most dramatic displays of fall foliage in the country. Even in the quiet winter months, the snow-dusted branches and icy streams offer a stark and peaceful beauty. The road is narrow and curving, requiring drivers to proceed at a slower pace. But this slower speed is part of the magic. It encourages travelers to absorb the details of the landscape. Occasional pull-offs along the way provide opportunities to pause, step out of the car, and enjoy views of waterfalls, mountain ridges, or quiet picnic spots. One notable stop is the trailhead to Laurel Falls, one of the park's most accessible and beloved waterfalls. Another is the overlook at the Sugarlands Valley Nature Trail, which offers a gentle introduction to the park's flora and fauna. As the road draws closer to Cades Cove, the landscape begins to open. The dense forest gradually gives way to wider valleys, and the sense of anticipation grows. Cades Cove is not just a natural wonder, it is also a place steeped in cultural history. The valley was once home to a thriving community of European settlers in the 19th century, and many of their cabins, barns, churches, and mills have been preserved within the cove. Upon arrival, visitors are greeted with the expansive view of the valley, encircled by gentle mountains that rise in all directions. The contrast between the open fields of the cove and the dense forests of the drive makes the destination feel even more striking. To enter Cades Cove after winding through miles of woodland roads is to step into a pastoral landscape that feels timeless, a place where history and nature coexist seamlessly. The drive does not end upon reaching Cades Cove. In fact, the highlight of the trip is the 11-mile Cades Cove Loop Road, a one-way route that circles the valley and offers countless opportunities for exploration. Along this loop, visitors can stop at historic log cabins, churches, and farmsteads, each one a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of the early Appalachian settlers. Wildlife is another major draw of the cove. The wide, grassy fields are a haven for white-tailed deer, wild turkeys, and black bears, all of which are commonly spotted from the road. The slow pace of the loop allows ample time to observe these creatures in their natural habitat, further enhancing the sense of connection between humans and the land. Driving the loop is often a slow process, not only because of the posted speed limits but also because of the number of vehicles sharing the road. Yet, much like the journey from Gatlinburg, the slower pace invites reflection and appreciation. Each bend of the road reveals a new view, a church framed by autumn trees, a herd of deer grazing in the distance, or mist rolling across the valley at dawn. What makes the drive from Gatlinburg to Cades Cove so special is the way it combines movement with immersion. It is not a simple commute from one point to another. It is an unfolding story told through landscapes, ecosystems, and historical remnants. The journey emphasizes contrasts: the busy streets of Gatlinburg versus the quiet forests of the park, the narrow mountain roads versus the wide valley of Cades Cove, the fleeting pace of modern life versus the slower rhythms of both nature and history. For many travelers, the drive also evokes a sense of pilgrimage. There is an element of reverence in following the winding roads into the heart of the Smokies, pausing to admire waterfalls, spotting wildlife along the way, and finally arriving at a valley that feels almost sacred in its beauty and tranquility.